Good morning. It's Margaret Fetty at the University of Sewing, and it is Facebook Live. So, I've got Rachel with me. Thank you for joining me.
Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday.
And we have some lovely, lovely specials coming up for the holidays, and they've already started. It started October the 1st. So we're going to talk Bernina today, but we're going to spend some time around the Longarms because we think these things are very special. And on top of what those special pricing is, one of the things I want to let you know is we have a couple of floor models, and one of these might be just the perfect machine for you. We have one that is going to fit into a pretty small space.
Definitely.
And then we have the big Kahuna.
The big one.
So
the one that I would have gotten if I had 3 extra feet of space in my room.
Oh, really?
I would have gotten a 13-foot frame. Are you kidding me? Oh, this Pro frame is amazing.
Okay, so we have a giveaway today.
Yes.
Now, remember, YouTube watchers, by the way, we are almost up to 6,000 people.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you very much for watching us. We are very grateful. And hit that subscribe button because we love making sure you see our videos. But we can only do the giveaways on Facebook because it's a 24-hour period, and we've got to contain this some way. Otherwise, it's too crazy.
I don't even know how we would logistically do that. I don't
know. But did people realize, Rachel, that whenever they order something from us, they get a little gift every time, don't they?
That's right. We always put a little bit of something extra in your orders. And if you're shopping in the store and you get a bag, you get a little something extra because we just love our customers so much. We just appreciate you guys.
We do.
And yeah, you can never have too many free goodies.
No. So, Facebook watchers, again, thank you for sharing our videos. This is really important. If you will please hit share, the more people will know about us. We had a couple of people come in recently, and one of the gals was from Seattle.
Oh, yes, that's
that. Right. Yeah. So tell them what they can win.
All right, so if you watch our Facebook Live video and you hit that share button and you put in the comments that you shared it, you will be entered to win our lovely prize. Enter into a drawing to win our lovely prize. And today, this is so fun. We've got 2 Bernina fabric fat quarters, and then this panel that's actually all Bernina labels. Quilt labels, but they can be used for many other things. They've got little sayings on them like stitched with love and things like that. You can make little pin cushions out of them, anything. And then, of course, you've got your Bernina translucent red ruler and that Bernina red, just a 6-inch ruler. These things are so handy.
Oh, my goodness.
Absolutely worth their weight in gold at a sewing station. So go ahead and hit that share button. Put in the comments that you shared. And I hope that you win this.
You mean like Kimberly, Donna, Linda?
Oh, you guys are awesome.
Hi,
Thank you.
Oh, and by the way, someone likes your hair.
Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. That's so nice.
Yeah,
I'm all like flushed now.
Well, I will tell you, I think it's actually that you were right. That this was
a better length.
It is a better length for you, so it was very attractive. So good job. Okay,
let's talk about sewing machines.
We're embarrassing her. I love it. Okay, right now we have got a very simple panel with a couple of framing borders around it, but I'm just going to tell you the quilting is going to make this look so special.
It's so amazing. Can you see the quilting, Dave? Can you get it?
So
look at how beautiful that is. We're using the Q-matic, which means that, you know, the robot is the one sewing and not us. And so you get just those perfect, evenly spaced little swirls all throughout your quilt. It's this beautiful edge-to-edge design that Margaret designed this morning and whipped up.
And you know what's really crazy about this? It literally took me about 5 minutes to do everything. Well, so what I thought I would do is show people on the screen what this design is going to look like. But there's a red line. It's kind of hard to see here. I'm going to try to make sure that we can blow it up a little bit. So this red line that you see right there, and we'll go back out. So the red line is what's called the safe area. The safe area is a area we designate by telling the computer, using the sew head of the long arm. We just go click, click, and we tell it where both the left hand, the parameters are on the left hand side, and then we go down to the bottom right hand side and we tell it where the parameters are. So it gives it a rectangle box that they can sew in so that it doesn't try to sew in the air. We all know sewing machines don't like to sew in the air. Now sergers like to do that, but not sewing machines. Yeah, they get very...
I've accidentally done that before with this, and it gets angry.
Yeah, it just doesn't like it. So we do not sew in the air, so this red box gives us the opportunity to make sure that we give it an area. So what I did this morning is on our wonderful selection of stitches that we have so many different stitches that we can use in here.
These are just the ones that come pre-programmed into the machine, right?
Yes, except for I'm going to kind of go up here to the top because I'm going to show them that I actually added some new stitches to this. For instance, this Christmas looking one, all I had to do was put the designs, I ordered it from OESD, I put it on a flash drive, and I plug it in here, and then I import the design. And all these things are things we teach you how to do. Were you thinking that maybe this was completely out of the realm of something you can do? I want you to know that this particular Q24 on a 13-foot frame is now available for you at a floor model price that is extraordinary. Amazing. It is really a wonderful, wonderful setup. Now, one of the really cool things about getting a floor model from the University of Sewing is I've sewn on it. And I'm just going to tell you, I am the pickiest person about how these things run and what they do and everything. So it is perfect. And so what we are doing with this particular design is I made it a little bit smaller. Then I took and made, it was only one of these, but then I had it go ahead and create 7 of them. I made another row. I duplicated it. I really mean this. I did this all in about 5 minutes. Once you get used to how it works, resizing is simple. You use your finger to do it. It's really easy. Or you can tell it exactly how big you want things. There's so many things about this that make the process just so much more intuitive, much easier. And I will tell you, you do not need to be a computer person. You really don't.
You really don't.
They've made it so much more user-friendly. So very user-friendly. By the way, I'm using Isocor thread. I never have problems with thread breaking. My computer goes both from left to right on the quilt. I do not have problems with the breaking thread. If I have problems with breaking thread, I know that I have some other issue. Maybe my needle needs to be changed. I just went over to the Longarm here a minute ago, and I'm not sure really what happened, but I went to thread the needle and the needle wouldn't thread. Well, I found out the needle wasn't put in properly. So it was just down a little bit. So I went back and fixed that. And I'm glad I found it before I started sewing because that would have been a problem. So there's some little tips and tricks, but you know what? When you buy something like this from us, if you've been thinking about Longarm and you want to come in and try it, number one, we totally want you to come in and demo these things because we want you to be comfortable with what it is.
We love it. I love
But what's really cool is Dave and Aaron will take it to your house. They will set it up and they will run it and make sure it actually works. So that's going to be one of the other things that's going to be important is you are going to get that service that you've been wanting that you didn't get somewhere else. We are going to give that to you. If you have problems with your Longarm after you've made that purchase, we are there to answer your questions. We will go out to your house again if necessary. And basically, if you're anywhere in the state of Indiana or maybe in the north part of Kentucky, we can probably help you out. So if that is something you are interested in, this is the frame model. Now, that's pretty fabulous and wonderful, but don't forget, if this is too big for you, this particular setup comes in a 12-foot frame, a 13-foot frame, and a 9-foot frame. So those frames are all available, 9, 12, and 13. I'll do it in order this time so I don't make you crazy. I'm sorry. So anyway, this is I'm going to just, again, we paused this so you could see it. I want you to see how easy it is to get it started back up. All we have to do is hit the screen, check for, and then it asks me if I want to start at where it stopped or the closest point on a design. So if I do have a thread break, all I have to do is move the head. And if we were going to come over here for just a second, say my thread broke, what I would do is I would start it right here. I'd just move the head and move it over, and it would start right there. Now, I don't want to stop it where it's at right now because, well, maybe I do. Why does it look like there's, it is there.
No, it's
Margaret's
threaded.
blind.
No, it's threaded.
Okay,
You're doing
it
okay.
is. It's okay. So
Yeah.
all I have to
We
do
can just
right
push
now
play.
is just hit at the stop point, and then it'll start going again. I wanted to make sure there was thread in the needle. Okay, so that's what that is all about. And remember, you get lessons with us, and we're just a phone call away. So let's go over here, Dave, and let's talk about this particular machine.
Oh my goodness, let's talk about this. Have you guys been wanting a long arm, but you don't have 13 feet of space to have this amazing pro frame? That's okay, because we also have this amazing Q20, so you get that 20-inch long throat space. I mean, look at how big this is. This is what I have on my frame at home, this right here. On this lift table. The lift table is so cool. So you guys know I'm 4'11", so everything in my world needs to be tiny. Like just remember that. So this lift table, if you sit down on it, this is pretty. I can't sew like this, but look, I can just go, bring it down to Rachel height, and we can just slam it way down, and that way I can get it exactly where it's comfortable, and I can put it where my shoulders are relaxed. I'm not doing this the entire time. But this lift table also has other features that are just amazing. Not only does it lift. Oh, are we gonna try it out?
No, I just wanted to bring it over so that people had an idea of the things that come.
This is so cool. This little ring for holding onto your fabric. Look at how easily, like I can barely even touch it, and it just grips my fabric. I don't know about you, but like whenever I try to quilt, I'm using my hands, like I can't keep a grip on it. So we got this wonderful Bernina grip ring. We also, if you want to demo this, we also have quilt sandwiches all set up ready for you to try it. So you can try it with something that would be like your quilt. But this lift table, not only you can see that it's a pretty good it's a pretty good footprint for if you have a smaller space. This will fit in your spare bedroom, guys. But it also comes with these wings on the side that will pop up and clip up. It comes on both sides. We got a countertop here, so we're not going to put this side up. And then these drawers that, first of all, fantastic for storage. They're the soft close drawers, so you don't even have to worry about it. Not only is it great storage, but they come with these special inserts that slide right here, and it gives you just a flat surface. So you can sit here with your wings up and just have your entire quilt supported while you are doing your free motion quilting. Isn't that fantastic? And a woman came to me yesterday and she pointed out that she was really interested in this model, which is on an incredible sale right now. Like so incredible, we legally can't tell you what the sale is because it's that good. She was really interested in this because this is something I love about Bernina, is that you can always add things to it and upgrade. So if you have been free motion quilting where you're moving the paper instead of moving the pencil, but you want to maybe upgrade to a studio frame, you can purchase a studio frame. You don't have to get a new sew head, and we can put the sew head on there. If you want to upgrade to Q-matic, you can purchase a pro frame and add the Q-matic, or you can add it to your studio frame, and then you can get you can always add on to things. You don't have to throw the baby away with the bathwater. Like, you get to keep this wonderful sewing machine.
Right. And the thing about it that's so interesting is that a lot of people, what they want to do is they want to be able to start off here at a sit-down unit, make sure that they're happy with what they've decided to do here. And then what you can always do is, one, as a unit, you can trade this in if you want to, but you don't have to. What you can do is just take your head and you can move it over to your frame as you purchase just the frame. So all these parts are component setup. There's a component aspect of all of this. So you can get the head, you can get a sit-down folding table or a lift table like this one. And I'm just going to tell you this lift table price. You're practically getting the lift table for free.
Do you see how I just keep rubbing it? I just keep petting it because it's just so nice.
So this is a really, really great deal on this one. Also, what we didn't talk about is the gifts that are available if you buy a lift table. This is an incredible gift box. It's got rulers. It's got a place to store your bobbins. You've got couching feet. You've got the big book of long arm quilting. You get those rings that Rachel was just showing you. You're going to get ruler work foot. You're going to get a adjustable ruler work foot. You're going to get the laser.
Oh my gosh.
You can't. How anybody sews on free motion without a laser?
A laser
it's so hard.
That's a crazy person.
A whole bunch of extra needles. Then you've got your horizontal spool pin for decorative threads. You've got another vertical thread holder for yourself. You get a double needle plate, extra bobbins, and
the
Skills Hub class, guys. This is a really new feature that we are giving away with a lot of your purchases. Your 990, your L890 Quilters Edition. You can get those all with it. So one of the things that's going to come with any sit-down purchase is this. Now, those purchases are for full MSRP when you get this, because this box is almost worth I believe it's $1,500. So you are paying full MSRP to get this too, and that obviously saves you $1,500. So, but we do have this floor model available at an extremely competitive price, a wonderful price, perfect for maybe that holiday purchase that we've been wanting. Yes. Have you filled out your wish list yet, guys?
Have you set up your sewing room completely yet? Do you have a little corner that you could put this in?
That's really interesting, because one of the things I like about this a lot, Rachel, is this is not a huge footprint.
It's not huge.
It's basically a desk footprint. And what you can do to use the side wings on it is just pull it out, and then
this was something I actually pointed out to a woman yesterday. Like I said, we were talking about it. I said, look at the giant casters that this is on. And I told her, that's another thing. If you buy the sit-down model, you get instructions from me. I actually roll this around the shop when I'm teaching lessons. Look at how easy this is to move. Again, not a huge person, and I can move this enormous machine all by myself. So even if you put it in the corner and then you're like, it's time to do that big monster quilt, you can wheel it out.
Pull it out a little bit.
Extend
and if you have a smaller one, you just leave it where it's at and you are set and ready to go. This is really quite the nice unit. I love the U-shape part of it.
I love that.
So the point here is that there is a wide variety of price points. You are not looking at just the most expensive thing. Guess who's here?
Oh, I think it's a celebrity.
Good morning,
Denise
friends.
is here
Good
today.
morning. I just wanted to come over and piggyback on the idea of adding on. Because some of you may know, I bought my Q20 with the classic Pro frame and then waited about 18 months before I added the Q-matic. I wanted to get to know the process a little better. I wanted to understand the machine a little better, and then add the Q-matic. And of course, our favorite delivery guy, Dave, came and set that up very easily for me. And I love the idea of having all of the options. I can do the computer guided with the Cumatic and do magical things. I can do free motion on my own. And of course, you guys know I love ruler work. So I have all of the toys and tools to play with. And it's really easy to upgrade that as you go along.
Have you tried our new rulers yet?
I have
haven't
not tried
the
those.
new
Okay,
rulers.
I am
These are
fascinated
so
by those.
fun.
So what I'm going to put in your and Rachel's wheelhouse for the next week or two is I would love to see you guys try the new rulers.
Of course. Yes,
So because they're
Okay.
so amazing, I'm so pleased with it. They only work on a pro frame. So, but it doesn't matter if it's a 9-foot pro frame
Sure.
or it's a 13-foot. But we've got them actually set up on here, and there's two setups here. This one is so that you can use them horizontally,
Perfect. Yes.
and so all you
then-
have to do.
And it's just this little clip.
It's actually really
And
amazing.
then there's no quilt to hold it
that's
up.
it.
And that's it. You just clip
Yeah.
it on. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
That's
they
it.
come with not just this ruler, but there's
So you
a
can do-
shorter one.
Everybody knows how hard it is to stitch in the ditch when you're freehanding, right? It's the hardest thing is to draw a straight line. when
Why would
are
you attempt
free
that? I
motion.
don't know. Why?
This is why I often don't do it.
Why?
Without a ruler, it's very
So with
And then a short.
this
and then a shorty.
system, you're
Yes.
going to get a short one and a long one.
Sure.
It's really a wonderful system. I love how simple it is to put everything on here because most of the time with this kind of stuff, it seems like this would be hard.
You don't have to be a mechanical engineer
Not at
to
all.
No,
attach
no.
things.
No, and that's true of the piece that's onto the
This as
there.
well.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
if you are, especially for those of you with a pro frame and you've got just free motion available to you, this ruler work setup will make things incredibly easier. I was watching the most gorgeous kind of almost spirograph type of setup
yes.
that
Wow,
was
I
sewn
bet.
like
Yeah.
this. So we will get you.
Oh, yeah.
You two are going to be in charge of. I actually did use the ruler work on the frame at BU.
I have a question.
Oh, that's what that means. I
Yes,
thought
that's
you were
what
volunteering.
I thought you were volunteering. I was gonna
that
say,
too. I'm volunteering with this hand and asking a question with this hand. So, do you need to have the ruler kit, the table
Yes,
base,
you do.
to do this?
Yes.
You do. Okay.
You
All
do,
right.
because you have to have that,
still
that
need that
surface
flat.
area.
Okay, gotcha.
So unfortunately, you do have to have that, or not unfortunately, because you will find that all very useful.
And
Oh,
that,
So,
yes,
but you need a
yes.
ruler work foot, you
Okay,
need the
of
base,
course.
and then you need this.
Perfect.
But I will tell you, these guys are worth their weight in gold. This is such a well-designed system. You will find this very, very useful. So if you already have your ruler work set up,
The table base. Yep.
if you have your table base, this is the perfect addition. If you don't have that, I can help you out with
I was gonna
that.
say, if you don't
I
have
can
that,
help you
why
out
don't
with
you
that.
have that?
And that's something we could ship, and it doesn't require an install. You can pop that on and off
Yeah.
by yourself.
It's seriously
So-
just
Exactly.
like snap,
Everything
just
about
goes
this is all
Yeah.
self-directed.
Yes.
You do not need us to do that.
Yes.
So
Yes.
maybe what we can do is do a video showing how to put the ruler work table on.
Perfect.
We can go ahead
yeah.
then and demonstrate how this works.
I love that
It's
idea.
really a
That
great,
would be a lot of fun too.
yeah.
Margaret, when I sit here and listen to you guys, I'd like to point out when we see online the different Longarm Facebook groups, and they're having problems and they don't know what to do. And there's a lot of good suggestions, but then sometimes there are some not so good suggestions.
Yeah.
And I'd just like to invite people to call you, the three of you. Somebody's got the answer to get you back going again.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and you know what? If I don't know the answer, I will be honest with you, and I will tell you I will find the answer for you. I don't like our customers to struggle and be, but I will tell you one of the best ways we can help you most of the time is if we can either do a Zoom call or you take lots of photographs of what's going on so that I can see what you're seeing. Because once I can see what you're seeing, then I can help you. Unfortunately, descriptions over the phone are a real struggle, not because you didn't do a good job of describing it, but sometimes the words I use or the words you use might not be identical. So if you are struggling with something like this and you need some help, please don't hesitate to ask us. We will do our best. And you can even ask some of our customers. We've spent half an hour, 45 minutes
Sure.
on the phone,
yeah.
walking
Oh, yeah.
with them, trying to make sure
Yes.
they get back up and running and that they have really been able to do this. And sometimes when that has not worked, we've gone and seen people.
Yes, you have. Recently, you
Yes,
have done
yes,
that too.
yes.
And there is no reason to struggle because
No,
there's an answer to all of it.
It
We
does
just have
mean
to figure out what
sometimes
it is.
people have to wait a little bit.
Mhm.
It does mean that sometimes, and I'm sorry it means that sometimes. I know when I'm working on a project and I'm very excited about it, it's a little bit scary
Go,
to
go,
have to
go.
stop and, decide that I'm going to have to wait until I get the
Sure.
help I need. But I will recommend one thing to you. Every time that we get someone in and they're saying, oh, my machine just won't work. Please turn everything off, then wait about 10 minutes, turn it back on,
Yeah.
turn it back on, then unthread everything. And
Unthread
try rethreading it and make sure those threads go in your tension disc. Nobody talks about this on so many different levels and it makes me crazy because when this morning I went to thread this and I realized I completely had the thread outside of the tension disc.
Wow.
Whoops.
And it was
it
ju-
happens. We
well,
all
yeah.
do it.
And,
Sure.
and this one's really long for me.
Right. Yes.
I'm only
Yes.
5 foot. Okay, I'm not 5'2" anymore, but I'm
I'm
only
the tall one of the group, guys.
She is. So I'm 5'1", guys. So my arm reach is not very long.
Sure.
And so what happened was I just missed it. And when I pulled the head a little bit closer and I looked, because it felt weird to me
Sure.
when I did it. And I went back and looked and I had just completely missed the tension disc.
Yep.
If I would have tried to start sewing this morning without having them in the tension disc, what does it do?
It creates big thread nests on the bottom. Everybody, so many
Yes.
people call us and they say there's something wrong with my bobbin because I'm getting a bunch of thread clumped
Right.
up on the bottom of my quilt. And I'm like, oh, no. That's because you don't have any correct tension in your top. When there is no tension in that top thread,
Yes.
that means that
It
the
just all gets sucked.
it gets sucked down. It
Yes,
gets
of
yanked
course.
down by that
Of course.
bobbin thread, and so it creates those crazy loops in the back.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, this is our PSA for everybody right now. This is your public service. The more you know.
And that's true with sewing machines, long arms, both.
All of it. Any of
Yeah,
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically,
Well, not sergers. Sergers are a different animal because they don't have bobbins.
That's true. But tension discs
But
are
tension
still
discs
important.
are
But the
still very
tension disc,
important.
that's true, but
Yeah.
it won't pull it down like
That's
that.
true. That's
it'll just make it loopy.
Yeah,
it makes it loopy and crazy.
That's true.
So I want everybody to know what we've got. Now, if you have not taken a look at the latest Bernina flyer, there is a wish book in there. And that flyer, we've been giving it away for a while. But if you haven't seen those offerings, if you go to our sales and events page, it is there. And so I hope to, after Monday, to have some really neat announcement on what we are going to be doing for an event coming up. So but I have to get through Saturday and Monday. Saturday, we are going up to the Hamilton County Sewing and Quilting Seminar that they do. They do this every year in October. And I'm going to be speaking up there.
And you've done that for several years now.
Well, I missed last year. It's been about every other year.
Okay.
And that looks to be, from what I've been looking at, and even next year, that'll probably
Okay.
it's going to be probably every other year. So we go up there, and this time I am talking about how to alter your shoulder line on a garment.
So good.
I'm going to be talking about how to change the sleeves so that you have a little bit more room in the bicep.
Nice.
And I'm also going to be talking about, for those of us, you're not there yet, you two, but for those of us getting a little bit of a curve in our back, sometimes what that means is that shirts will pull back like this and they will sit down way low. And if you want to fix that, I have the solution for you. So those things we're going to talk about. After that is done, maybe what Dave and I can do, we've been talking about our videos, but I will tell you, as soon as we talked about that, we had the Run Rudolph Shop Hop, and then we had the quilt show, and then we had this seminar.
It's a shame we don't ever have anything exciting happening around here.
Seriously,
No, it's
just
so boring.
so boring. Nothing ever happens.
So I will see if we can't get a video up and running on that particular talk
Those
that
techniques,
I did,
yeah.
those techniques, because they're pretty easy. There's something everybody can do to their patterns. It's not going to take you very much to do those. So I will try to get that information out there and show it to you guys in video format. In the meantime, our Facebook people, if you will please share our video, I would be grateful. It's over there.
It's over there.
I hid it from you, Rachel. So
Everybody's
she's
moving
got
things.
She's got a whack-a-tool, something to
Seriously.
whack people in.
That's it. Yeah, people better watch out for me today. All right. So if you hit that share button in the next 24 hours and you put in the comments that you shared, if you're watching this on Facebook, we really appreciate all of the shares because, this is how we get the word out. You'll be entered into our drawing to win these 2 fat quarters from the Bernina fabric, as well as the panel of your Bernina Loving to Sew quilt labels. And we're also going to throw in this cute little Bernina red translucent 6-inch ruler,
Adorable.
which is adorable and so useful.
Adorable. I'm looking at the Bernina thinking, I need more shoelaces.
Okay, everybody, our YouTube people,
Bernina is
thank
best.
you very much for watching us. Please subscribe, and we will see you next. Oh, wait, you know what?
Oh, wait.
What did I do wrong?
Well, I just wanted to point out, back to our celebrity, when you talk about YouTube, that one granny sampler video that we did with Denise,
Yes.
75,000 views.
Oh, my goodness.
Wow. Wow. Granny's pretty cool. She's pretty
Oh, Granny's
Thank you to everybody who has watched that and shared that. It was a really useful, very basic one. So I think a lot of new quilters found that particular video. So, yeah.
All right, guys. So we are going to not be live tomorrow morning because the event that I'm going to be at starts at 8:15 in the morning.
That's early. So are you
And
leaving
this-
tomorrow?
Oh,
Are
yeah,
you leaving- you're not leaving tonight?
No, we're not going up there. We'll go up in the morning. Dave drives and I sleep.
That's a great team. That's fair.
That's fair.
Dave drives, I sleep, and then we go up there and we set everything up for the very end. But he's going to take the trailer up and leave it up there. So, so we'll just at the end of it, we'll have to gather everything.
The fabric truck is on the road tomorrow.
The
The fabric truck is on the road.
We have a light on there that actually flashes and says fabric. We all were joking. It's like the ice cream truck. We're going to just see like these ladies running up and shaking their money like, I'm coming. The fabric truck came.
I can see that.
So, everybody, we have a video for you for tomorrow morning. Our wonderful team, our social media team of Tori and his gang are going to make sure that that is up and running for you tomorrow morning at 9:30. But I apologize, it's not live, but there's some really cool stuff on there. Watch that because you'll see some new things that we have. Dave told me at the end of it, he said, Margaret, you said so way too many times. I was tired. He's right, I did. I was tired and it would have been a long day, and we did this at 6:30 last night.
Oh, my goodness.
And that meant I had been up and working for only 12 hours by that point in time.
Just half days.
Just
Right,
yeah,
right.
just a half day. So so anyway,
half day.
don't give me too hard of a time on that. Okay. All right. So, ladies, let's say goodbye to everybody. Next Friday we will be back for Facebook Live. I don't know if Denise will come back for that one.
Who knows? I might pop in and surprise you.
Oh.
Yeah, there you go.
I will be
Find
here.
out.
I will be here for Friday. Yes.
Yay.
Oh, and Saturday.
Yay.
And Saturday.
All right. She's my buddy. I am so lucky. All right, everybody, don't forget to stop in and see us. It's been quiet this
It's been a little
week.
quiet.
I know. I think because of the shop hop, it got
I'm sure.
quiet. so.
Yeah, everybody needed, well, I know I needed about a week of recovery.
Sure.
I didn't get it, but I needed it.
Oh, well, we'll just keep on letting you talk about it. All right, everybody, have a fabulous Friday. We'll see you next week for Facebook Live.